Everybody, thanks for coming out today. We're just going to go through real quick and say one thing that everybody learned today during our lesson. Let's start with you, Brendan.
I learned don't cock your wrist and keep them nice and straight and go through your putt.
Correct. Alexis?
I learned that you want to take the putter as far back as you sink forward.
Okay. Steven?
Connor taught me what a lag putt is, which I didn't know before, so that was very helpful.
And Andrew?
I also learned how to lag putt.
Alright, so our next lesson, we will probably work on irons and woods and a couple drills with those and get you guys hitting the ball better and stuff like that. So thanks for coming out today. Nice. Thank you. Thanks, Alexis. Thank you, Steven. Thanks, Andrew. Everyone, thanks for coming out today. I hope you picked up at least one thing that you learned today, and we will schedule a lesson for this coming week. I'll get a hold of you guys and see what works best for you. So thank you, Alexis.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Spencer. Thank you, Brendan. Andrew, this was the closing of our third lesson, our chipping lesson. I went through and talked to each student about what we specifically worked on today. For Andrew, we worked on ball placement and keeping our head down through impact. For Alexis, we talked about how she needs to work on not breaking her wrist when chipping. We also worked on keeping her weight forward on her left foot and making sure we are really getting underneath the ball and sweeping the grass. For Brendan, we talked about the same thing with Alexis, making sure we're making good contact with the grass before we hit the ball and making sure we are not breaking our wrists at impact, along with keeping our weight forward on our front foot. Since this was our third lesson, I closed the lesson with scheduling a time for next week to work on our fourth lesson, which was bunker play. This was our final lesson. We worked on bunker play today. During the lesson, we worked on making solid contact underneath the ball in the sand. I used the dollar bill trick to demonstrate the size of the divot that each student should be taking. We also worked on keeping our feet open to the target and opening the club face, making sure we get underneath the ball. This summer, I told each student I wanted them to work on at least getting out once or twice every 2 weeks and either hitting the range or going out to play a few holes. I congratulated each student on how much they've improved over all the lessons, and I said that I looked forward to seeing them sometime soon in the future.